This is Tony's mom. She used to, when she got her nursing photo. It's so pretty. Band came about, it was really weird. Always weird stories, kind of strange. This girl kind of called me up on a whim when I was 15. She had seen me play with, I was always the girl that was in like 7 bands at once, like had a bunch of side projects. And her name was Leora. She called me to do like an Iggy and the Stooges tribute show, whatever. I came there with my friend, and we're on stage, and they asked a lot of like local bands that were good and around at the time, like the Helens and Cheerleader, Tony's band. We're playing, and they asked us on what our name was on stage and to introduce us. We're like, name? So I told them Bloody Mannequins, you know, as a stupid 15-year-old kid, and then people kept booking us under that name, and then I just changed it a bit to Die Mannequin, so it's kind of a strange way. I think there always, and still are, you know, there's a lot of risk, and there's always, I think to do this you have to not have a plan B, almost, in a way, as crazy as that sounds. Not to say, you know, everyone can do it. I think that only like 30% of people that go into music kind of succeed, and that means succeeding means maybe you're a guitar teacher a couple days a week, to maybe doing sound at, you know, someplace like the Mod Club. I mean, when I was 12, I got one of my friends who tried to end her life, and they called me in to the police station, and my double life kind of came crashing down with drugs and, like, you know, dating older boys, and, you know, really just hanging out with the wrong side of the tracks, the wrong crowd, really. And what they did then was, that was just after Columbine and the whole trench coats and Marilyn Manson and music is horrible and everyone who, you know, is into music and is evil. So they banned me from music, like as a house arrest ban, and they made my parents, they were gonna enforce it. My parents were like, no, we'll take all my CDs, all my, you know, my guitars, my basses, whatever, amps, my t-shirts, all art from the walls, posters, all art, like just, and like journals that I kept, and they just trashed it, like burned some stuff for like the scary effect. And so, you know, banning me from music wasn't a really good idea when that was my savior, you know, when you're growing up at those years that are so important. That's the one thing that's maybe keeping you from falling off the ledge or from ending it all, you know? So to take that away from someone is kind of a messed up thing, right? To have them know, you know, and find, you know, drugs in my room and go through, you know, the whole thing, and then not have a life at all, just really, you know, I had never had like a door to my room, no privacy, and it's, yeah, it's totally, it's so, I mean, I went to an art school and I got in for visual art. I was drawing and painting and whatever. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't great, but I love doing it, still love doing it. I went to Etobicoke School of the Arts, so ESA, and there's another school, Cardinal Carter, I think, but they're an art school. But it's a Catholic art school. I don't get art schools with uniforms. That's the only thing it's like, you can be creative, but not too crazy. What do I think about it? I think that it is integral. I think that it is like something that Stephen Harper and some other people are trying to smash and completely destroy for all of us. So it's something that, you know, that silent bills are being passed on getting, you know, art and other curriculum that is important and integral to art. The arts are being completely fucking taken away. So, you know, we need to be hip to that, and we need to, you know, come together and try to, it's everything. For me, it's my only form of therapy that really works. It's the only way I can, like, meditate is through playing, and maybe it's for some of the people that maybe can't calm down, like me. You know, I'm more drawn to playing a guitar instead of trying to meditate. And so even just on that kind of level, it's super important. I learned piano when I was like 1 and 2 and did my, you know, real conservatory, the theory, all that shit, and it's learning another language. It made me super confident in one way as a youngster, and I don't think there's a lot of that, especially for young girls. Like, of course, my boys in the band, I love that they can, you know, that they'll shut up and listen to a girl once in a while. Growing up, I always said that like Thurston Moore and Kim Gordon were my parents. You know, they raised me, and I don't know, anything influences me, from like some, you know, walking by a house and having them, you know, paint some lion bright blue or neon pink, to like the way someone's dressed, to a strange hat someone might be wearing. But yeah, like and who influences me the most? I'm a Sonic Youth kid. I always have my like Dinosaur Jr. and Goo tattoos and the Melvins. what's his face? The Magic Pony is a really cool store to go to because they have a lot of art. You can buy nice prints, and people like Frank Kozik, you can kind of see him, are supported, but yeah. The little Frank Kozik, the double-headed puppy dog. It's like a perfect creativity anthem photo. It's like two kids, young and wide-eyed, finding this mutated puppy, it's this double-headed dog, something different and unique, celebrating it. Just do it. It's so hard sometimes, especially, when you're poor, struggling artists, and, they get, especially, on my 8th and 9th year, it can get really tricky. You run out of places to crash for free. You run out of close friends when you're touring. You don't see people so much. So you gotta know what you're getting into. But at the same time, if you know, you'll feel it in your bones if you know that it's something you have to do. And we should all be doing something that makes us happy. And sometimes that's more like the journey and not like having a goal. Like I want to be on much music or have a radio single. It should be the whole journey, the whole getting in the band with your friends and playing shows. And that's the thing that I sucked at for the first 5 years. I was signed to major labels and always what's the next one? And they're always focused okay, your album is out, okay, it's good, we want to sell this much, and then you have to have another hit single, blah blah blah, this. And you don't never get to sit back and just kind of breathe and be this is what I accomplished and be happy, and that would be what I push and stress. I'm a big pussy of a person. I'm I guess people just see me on stage for the most part, and they're like, oh, that girl's crazy, or she's wearing socks that are strange, or a weird hat, and they kind of just throw you in a box as a weirdo, which I am, but it's hard for me to say no to people. I kind of am a Swedish sugar until you mess with the people that I love and my family. Growing up and me, idolizing bands and Dave Grohl or Nirvana to, Pixies and older and all the stuff that I was into. That stuff saved my life, and they were my heroes, they were my idols, and to grow up and play shows. We're doing this cross Canada tour right now that's slowly winding down, and going out there and having kids still come up to me, or kids or adults, whatever, saying, the same things that you thought about these, bands when you were a kid. It's oh my God, they're saying this to me, it's really humbling experience, but that's what you want to give, well for me, that's what I want to give back, is just what I got as a kid. What kept me from ending my life to, what kept me focused, and that was music and art, drawing and music, nothing crazy. And it, in the end, when you're able to give it back in that way, where it's such a full circle, it's you can actually feel proud that you helped somebody, and that's major. I'm Kara F from Die Mannequin, and you're watching Hidden City Sounds, and laser beams are coming out of my eyes. So